ask about the property boundaries or leave a chance? Sure, why not? So, Ms. Harris, what can I help you with? I was just looking to learn about the extent of my property and where the border between my land and Mr. Morgan's lies. All right, if you'll kindly take a look right here. This is your property. This is the property that, as I understand, belongs to the bank. It's all ours? If the paperwork's anything to go by, then yes. Now, here is where your property ends and Mr. Morgan's begins, as well as here, 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 and here. I'll need another set of plans too. I get the idea. So Mr. Morgan's rolling in money. You could say that. Don't tell me y'all are at odds about something. Well, oh, Mrs. Harris, you'd be better off giving him what he needs or what he wants. You know, bargain a little for decency's sake. But come to an agreement nonetheless. Believe me, it's pointless going to court with people like him. I appreciate the advice. My pleasure. Oh, can I ask one last thing? Is it possible there may be some drainage under my property that leads to Morgan's? Which in some way unknown to me might be affecting his crops? That's hard to tell, Mrs. Harris. It'll depend on the history of the site. But what was standing there before, groundwater lines, previous owners and such, I can try to look it up if you like. The records must be in the archive somewhere, so long as it ain't any trouble. Not at all, ma'am. It's my job. Just leave me a telephone number and I'll get in touch as soon as I find anything. I didn't think it really mattered at first. But at night, for some reason, I started to feel like something around me had changed. It was small, almost invisible. I began to wander through that rundown old house, finding my way into corners I didn't even know existed. And then Kelly arrived. I forgot to mention, Walter had a daughter from his previous marriage. I figured, okay, Kelly. And she'd promised, in her letter, Kelly came up with her boyfriend, Mickey. Now, I'd only met Kelly a couple times. First time was when she was still a little girl. She was living with her mama somewhere in New Jersey. But then her mama succumbed to skeletal tuberculosis and passed away. Got no idea where Kelly found that joker Mickey. It was easy to tell him just a glance that he wasn't that sharpest tool in the shed. Now Kelly was a fine enough girl, pretty as a peach. She had thick brown hair, big old doe eyes, healthy tan, big hips, and a nice behind. Imagine the vulgarity of Mae West in a play by Carl Heinrich Ulrich's. Mickey's actually short for Michelangelo. He's some Italian kid from Jersey. He's at just 23 or maybe 24. He was big enough to fill a doorway. And I mean, he was huge. Black hair, all shiny with either grease or brilliantine. Muscles bulging over his copper skin. I had no idea that he did what he did for a living. I think maybe he served in a way in the Navy before getting kicked out. Either way, it didn't seem like things were going well for either of them. Like any young girl whose daddy walks out on the family, I think it's safe to assume Kelly despised her father. So why would a girl abandoned by her daddy drag her boyfriend across the country to see him? Folks on the outside looking in just wouldn't understand. But I did. Oh, I knew right from the start. Where's Daddy? Since they were too tired from the road, I was able to stall them with a dumb lie. At that point, all they wanted was to bathe and get some sleep, so I used the time to get my story straight. Your father abandoned me too, hon. Gathered his belongings and took off like the wind. The plan was to appeal to the sympathy of a fellow woman, by drawing comparisons to Kelly's mother and squeezing any drop of sentimentality out of her that I could. But I knew it was never gonna work. To Kelly, I'll always be the bitch who ruined their parents' marriage. Heck, she probably blames me for her mother's passing. I can't really fault her for that. I put them in the guest bedroom. In the room that Douglas Harris had once used separately from his wife. His granddaughter now slept with Mickey. Not that they were actually sleeping. Out in the hallway in the stillness of the night, I could hear Kelly breathing, along with her not so muffled sighs, the creaking of the old floorboards and iron bed springs, that long forgotten warmth of human bodies, bouncing in the heat of Mickey's bestial momentum. Truth be told, I felt myself blushing something awful, until finally, it all quieted down. I tried to get to sleep. They were doing something in there. Just save the game. Oh, it's a brain. Hey, look, it's another puzzle. Oh, it's a bottle. So you just have to flip them 3 times. This isn't really much of a puzzle. That's a bottle with a rat in it. Saved again. Oh, we can move. Look at us. We're moving. We are moving. It's like steamy. Hey, who's this? Oh, good Lord. Walter. Hi, honey. You don't look so good. Oh, it's Walter. It's dead Walter. Given the circumstance, I'm sorry about what happened. Oh, don't give me that face, please. Listen, I need the combination for the save, Walter. Say something. Come on. Normally, I can't get you to shut up. I mean, I couldn't. I wanted to tell you so much, you know, about what was tormenting me, burning me up inside, and now that you're finally quiet enough to listen, I don't know what to say. Kelly's here. Her boyfriend's pretty lousy, in my opinion. Just some loser. A dumb one at that. But that's just my first impression. We know how deceiving those can be. You forgot. Look. There. In the basement. What do you mean? Walt? So that's what I guess I'm going to the basement. Ah, it's a rat! A puddle. Looks like the roof's leaking. Oh, man. It's a freaking rat. Freaking rat. Stupid rat. I'm going to the basement. I'm going to the basement. It's like the clock stopped. Creaky floors. Ooh, sink. What was that? Fuse. What's it lying in the sink for? I hope I didn't get wet. Hey, look, it's stuff. It's bugs. Bugs be bugging me. Hey, there's the rat poison. It ain't right. Apparently the lever moves the elevator. but it hasn't got any power. Why is there an elevator in my basement? You know, I have been here before, and last time there wasn't an elevator. Can we use the, oh, we can use it. No, no, no. Okay. What do you do? What do you do? It doesn't work. I'm clicking and nothing's happening. The lever doesn't seem to work. I have no inventory. I can't click the lever. I'm pushing all sorts of buttons. Oh no, I broke it. I broke the game. I think I broke the game. I hope I didn't break the game. A bug you used. Oh, it's raining pitchforks. And I'm wearing a nightie. So don't go outside. Okay. I don't know if I broke the game. But I feel like I should be able to pull the lever. You know? We can't run in this game. I'm also not wearing anything on my feet, so I could step on another nail. You also notice that I didn't die from tetanitis. Let's go down again. Still can't use the elevator. Fuse box is lit up, but yeah, I can't do anything here. Well, I don't know what's going on. Am I supposed to go somewhere else? Oh, okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Oops. I accidentally clicked out on my game. I didn't mention the clock had stopped. Something about the clock stopping. Okay, that goes upstairs. I don't feel like I want to go up there, although I could. I can't go in the study. I can go in the bathroom. Oh, there's something in the sink. Oh, another fuse. Oh, maybe I needed a second fuse. I didn't know I needed a second fuse. It's like the game we just played. You need multiple fuses. Well, to me that wasn't obvious that I needed 2 fuses. Why are there fuses in the sink? Anyway, who keeps their fuses in the sink? I guess there are like 2 slots. There we go. This looks like it goes to hell. Are we going to hell? I'll be damned. Tropic of Cancer, Henry Miller. Okay. We had a secret elevator in our basement the whole time. Good evening, madam. Evening. Are you alone? We all are. What's going on in there? Private soiree. Invitation only. May I see yours? I don't have an invitation. That's quite right. That's just quite all right, miss. I think someone is expecting you. Expecting me? Who could that be? Why don't you come in and find out? Sounds tempting, but I don't think my dress suits the occasion. Come now, you look gorgeous, if I may be so bold. Cigarette, miss? It's Mrs. actually, and I quit a few years back. Who am I kidding? I don't know. That don't matter now. So, just so you know, I'm aware that I'm dreaming. Whatever you say. Got a light? Draws deeply on the cigarette. I forgot how much I enjoyed that. One shouldn't deny themselves pleasure. Don't disagree with who you are. It's pretty nice here. I'm getting a strange feeling like I've been here before. Of course, madam. We only serve those with memberships here. If you don't mind me asking, what will you do about the girl and the degenerate? Beg your pardon? What was started should be finished, Loretta. If you were me, what would you do? I'm afraid I'm not you, madam. Each man is the architect of his own fate, of their own fate, or whatever, right? But I am deeply convinced that you know what needs to be done. Am I gonna murder them? Of course I do. Is anyone gonna pick up the phone? I believe it is for you. Am I gonna do more murdering? Hello? Ah! What in the... Oh. This can't be happening. The newspaper. Obituary. Vivian O'Hara was an ornithologist who dedicated her life to the study of beautiful creatures. Returning from an expedition to the island of Mauritius, Miss O'Hara tragically died in a car accident at the age of 40. The science community grieves and expresses their condolences to the relatives of the scientists recognize that only Miss O'Hara's deep contribution to the development of ornithology, but appreciate her work as an experienced and talented educator and wonderful writer. Miss O'Hara has written over 150 articles, books, monographs, and other publications. The funeral service is scheduled to take place sometime in the future or something. A light switch. It doesn't work. Well, shh, honey, it's all right. Calm down. Here you go. Get wrecked. Pieces of whatever. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm clicking and things are happening. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. It was rats! Oh, man. Our memory is selective. We only remember what we want to. Okay, I see what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to cut the egg. We're supposed to prevent these things from getting to the egg. Okay, these scissors are kind of janky. Hey, work scissors, come on. My scissors are broken. I did it. Oh yeah, I forgot. The daughter showed up. The daughter showed up. The jankometer is still broken. The next morning I remember grinding meat. Well, there we go. Maybe that's where he is. And Walter would never lift a finger or do anything to help me around the house. Mr. Lazy himself, by some divine coincidence, had sharpened the kitchen knives. Kelly yawns. The cheekometer is janky. That's right. Good morning, Lo. Morning, Kelly. What's that? Why the long face? Oh, Mickey and me had a fight, is all. What smells so good? I'm making some mince meat. Gonna fix up some dumplings. Oh, that'll hit the spot. Daddy always raves about your cooking. Mm-hmm. Can I help with anything? Nah, I'm almost done. Fair enough. I'll just make a mess of it anyway. Got any coffee? God, I'd die for a cup of old Joe. Cup of Joe. Best I can offer is chicory root. There's chicory root in the basement if you want. Chico what? I think I'll pass. Thanks anyway. Suit yourself. Where's Mick? Oh, he's out in the backyard. Trying to fix our car. Oh, so he is. Must be sweating up a storm, the poor thing. Oh, but don't worry about him. He knows his way around a car. A regular grease monkey. You got no idea how much I hate that car. Let's not talk about that. That's weird. What's weird? Daddy left the car behind. How'd he get out here in the first? How'd he get out of here in the first place then? Loretta, where did he go? I don't know, girl. What do you mean you don't know? Does he do this often? Disappear, I mean? The grinder crunches through the meat vein. Did you know your father's been seeing another woman? No, I didn't. Well, I can't say I'm surprised neither. Don't forget, he left his first family too. And he had a child. He had me. The meat squeaks and squelches in the grinder. What does that sound like? Is that what it sounds like? Well, anyway. Listen, Lo. I've been meaning to ask. You used to work as a hairdresser, right? Don't suppose you can cut mine. If that's what you want. Sure thing, Kelly. I'll give you a good cut. You got beautiful hair, all right. We'll say that. Thank you. I got it from my mother. You have no idea how lush her hair was. Well, before the illness took her anyway. Sorry about what happened to your mother. Did you ever meet her? Twice. But I don't ever have the courage to look her in the eye. Laura, don't. It ain't like you haven't had it hard too. Besides, Daddy helped us when he could. I don't think I could have paid for the funeral if it hadn't been for you two. Well, you are his daughter. Let's move on, Laura. The past's the past. What does Mickey do for a living? Oh, you know, Mickey isn't much of a working man. The road's what he's after. Doesn't do well with enclosed spaces. Like he can't sit still or something. So he's unemployed? Oh no. Well, actually, yeah. But he wants to be a racer. A bike racer specifically. Oh no. Well, yeah. And what do you want? Me? I just want everything to go right for a change. These past few years have been tough, you know. Looking after my mother was hard, and now I'm gonna have a baby. Then I felt sick. Sick from the thoughts that I'd been spinning in my head all this time, and all the things I'd done, or came close to doing. Kelly's gonna have a baby. Oh, this is my internal dialogue, my internal monologue, ignoring the fact that she and Mickey are basically children themselves. They have their whole lives ahead of them. But for me, My die was cast the moment I stopped at that goddamn gas station. I'd already been considering that if I were able to sell the novel to Schaefer and leave town, then maybe Kelly and Mickey could move in here. Maybe they'd be able to find the happiness here that Walter and I never could. You were right. We're almost done. And not even 15 minutes have gone by. How nice, I love it. Well, hands always remember what they've done. Were you expecting anybody? I wasn't. Maybe it's Daddy. Wait a minute. It's not. It's not him. I guarantee it. I guarantee. It's the milkman. What? Okay, the milkman is not. What's going on? Milk delivery, ma'am. This must be a mistake. No, that's impossible. We don't get milk delivered here. You disappoint us, Loretta. Excuse me? You had such a promising start, only to let yourself balk to pretty cowardice right at the finish line. I don't understand. Oh, but you do understand. You've done so much work, told so many lies, all for what? I ain't a murderer. I think Walter might have a thing or two to say about that. All right, Lo, time is running out, so listen carefully. Margaret will be here soon. Get rid of her. Pull yourself together, Loretta. This is your last chance, got it? Make sure Margaret forgets how to get here. For good. Otherwise, the consequences will be irreversible. But I don't know the combination. Yes, you do. Think. When it all start for Walter and end for you. Remember what happened in New York? Well, ma'am, it's like I got the wrong address. Sorry about that. Hope you have a great day. Hey, Laura, who was that? Loretta, are you okay? Mrs. Harris? Yeah, I'm fine. Just a little Laura. Okay. Things be weird. Oh, we're now on broken teacup time. So the milkman came and we had a vision of like him wanting us to kill Loretta, or not Loretta, Margaret. All right. Walter's popularity waned after the war ended, and people stopped buying his books. One of the stories did get turned into a screenplay starring Rita Hayworth, but that was more an exception than a rule. Walter did his best to put on a brave face, but there's no denying it bruised his ego. They didn't even put his name in the end credits. We put a down payment on a luxury rental apartment on 12th Avenue. Walter was, well, not a communist, that's for sure. But he was at least a socialist in his beliefs. Not that I can really tell the difference, mind. It was pretty fashionable among writers and artists back then. As the daughter of a hard-working miner who died in the mine just the day before it was closed, I can't say I shared in his leftist ideals. Don't mean I think that the Jews, Bolsheviks, or the Stalin feller pose any threat to the American way of life, but I still consider communism to be nothing more than a fiction, fueled by intellectuals on the East Side who've hardly worked a day in their lives. Okay. Handle. We argued from time to time. Walt called me, or rather, people who shared my way of thinking. You know, hypothetical people who probably exist somewhere, but basically himself personified for the purpose of this conversation. Philistines. Still, the Philistine's paradise is an easily swayed construction that only needed a good rub for the blinkers to fall off. Okay. But the Philistine's paradise ain't so bad. We lived in it while we're in New York in a way. We had a cozy rental apartment with an electric toaster. Oh, electric toaster, what? An electric iron? One of those automatic lemon squeezers. Whoa. Sure, we paid for it all in installments. So what? I can say one thing for sure. It was much better than being in a boring, well-fed paradise than in some crumbling old barn with no central heating. Walter may need to hear the rustle of wheat for his inspiration. All I ever heard was the whispers of demons. Not demons. What's up? I took her to bed. How's she looking? She seems alright, but I'm no doctor. She said it's the weather. You want to head out? Oh, but I don't even know anymore. Maybe we shouldn't leave her alone, you know? Oh, come on. She nearly broke her damn neck, Nick. But she didn't, did she? What else is there for us to do here? She gave me a haircut, though. She did? When did you get that done? Tisk. You wouldn't have even noticed if I hadn't said nothing. Well, it's beautiful. Can we hit the road now? Fine, let's go. There's no way to turn back now. And there never will be. It's so noisy inside my head. My thoughts are all murky. No. Scattered, even. I don't want to think. I want to act. But it feels like there's a glass wall in front of me and I'm gonna break it. Oh, we're breaking it. We're breaking it. 24. Oh, December 24th. How could I have been so blind? December 24th, 1946. The day that divided my life into a before and after. That's the combination. The manuscript. Or typescript, to be more precise. The straw bowl. 200 pages of yellowed, strange smelling paper. Inches of metal had been keeping me away from my destiny, and finally I held the book in my hands. It wouldn't be a work of Walt's if it didn't include some pretentious epigraph from John Milton. I don't know this poem. The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven or hell, a hell of heaven. But it's like I said before, I don't read much. A sharp knock on the door interrupted me enjoying the moment. It was Margaret, right on time. Am I supposed to kill her with some rat poison? It seems like a bad idea. Oh, we can make it so it's like they ran off together or something. Sorry, but I only got a chicory root. You know what? This'll do. Thanks for the milk. I hope you choke on it. Ain't it funny how nothing's changed? Excuse me? This living room, I mean, the Harris house. Ah, or your house, I suppose. Maybe a little dustier than before, but that's about it. Double-crossing bitch. Well, I mean, Walter and I were friends when we were kids, you know. We'd spend entire days here at Mrs. Harris's. Before Clarence passed away? Oh yeah, Loretta. Long before that. but Clarence ended up being the best of us. I'm so proud of him. His Purple Heart and his Bronze Star, you use them to open your favorite ginger ale. Were delivered with a letter from the president. Can you imagine? I think I saw a rat out on the porch. Yeah, I ran out of poison. Margaret takes a sip of her milk. I ran out of poison. What's the fetching young couple you written to? Who's the fetching young couple you written to? Oh, that's Walter's daughter, Kelly, and her fiance. Get out of town. I'd love to meet her. Tell them to make sure they come pay me a visit. So Walter still hasn't shown up? Well, you don't see him here, do you? The sheriff came and spoke to me, Loretta. Bill's a good man. But I ain't told him about our situation. Not yet, anyway. He tell you what Walter did time... Oh. What do you want? What do you want, Margaret? It's weird. It's weird. Hey, Busty Bookers. This ain't like him. What about his novel? The manuscript's upstairs in his safe. He left it there? He told me that they were sending him a check. What are you getting at? Is that why you decided to ruin my marriage? You ruined it yourself, Loretta. Walter's miserable around you. Don't you get it? You're the miserable one. What do you know about marriage? Why don't you just go back to your hole you crawled out of? Now you're telling me he just up and left? Left me? Left his novel? Left his own daughter? He left her a long time ago, Margaret. You think you're the first? You ever ask what happened with Kelly's mother? Left to rot with tuberculosis? And Walter kindly paid for the funeral. Linda drank too many of those radium drinks, and you know that. You know why we moved then? Because he wanted to finish his book. Quit being such a fool. Walter's always been a coward. One small problem's enough to make him turn tail and run. I don't trust you, Loretta. Then get this through that ginger scalp of yours. Let's say you're right. Let's say his filthy lion ass is currently rotting in the well out in the yard. Rats slowly picking his bones clean and all that. A fate he totally deserved, by the way. Even if that were all true. And it'd be your word against mine. Did we just like confess to the murder to Margaret because we're gonna murder her? Did we just do that? And why are we Walter now? Is the room spinning or is it just me? Should have called it quits at that last vodka martini. Yeah, okay. The last 3 vodka martinis. The lights on in the bedroom. Is Loretta still up? I urgently need to take a leak. Hey, you in there? Let me in. Would ya? I really gotta go. Laura? Oh, for Christ's sakes. Johnny's bedroom. I shouldn't go in, or I'll wake the baby. Wait, where are we? Hasn't brought me money or fame. I'm probably gonna regret this, but Loretta ain't giving me any other options. I'm peeing in the sink. Peeing in the sink. Oh yeah. Peeing in the sink. Ah, yeah. That's much better. The hell's calling at this time of night? Hello? Well, he could have just gone outside and peed, right? Oh, it's you. Yeah, I told you I would. I'm not whispering because it's 2 in the morning. Because my wife... What the fuck, Frank? Why are you calling me at my house? How'd you even get the call through at all? No, I'm not drunk. Yeah, yes, I hear you. I got it. Tell Wallace I have something even better. He's gonna love it. I just need a couple more weeks. I know, Frank, but 2 weeks aren't gonna hurt anybody. That's none of your business. How would they know? No, I haven't spoken to anyone. Are you trying to scare me? Don't try me, you fat fuck. I know what I'm doing. I've got to go. Don't call me here again. Think you're so clever, huh? Well, I've got other plans, Frank. Where'd I put those matches? I need the number. I think Walter, think. Bedroom. They'd be in the writing desk. I'm gonna bend you all over, a bunch of greedy assholes. Oh, here we go. Writing desk. I found the writing desk. Keys in my coat. Oh, you blockhead. You blockhead. Isn't that like what they call Charlie Brown? Which is ironic because his head is very round. Where's my coat? Oh, here it is. Coat, key. What a guy, huh? Spent your whole life trudging through bullshit, just like the rest of them. But look at you now, standing in a tux, as crisp as a new dollar bill. Wish my folks could see me now. Look, it's misty. Are we in like some sort of a... Here we go. That's it. One call. No walls, no chambers, no more dirty work. Only literature, honest to goodness literature. Suck it, Robert Penn Warren. But there'll be no turning back. These people were dangerous. Screw it. Danger or not. They're gonna make me rich. Wait, what did I just do? What did I do? I thought I was supposed to get a matchbook. Yeah, he said suck it. Damn broad woke the baby up. I guess I should check the baby. Hey, it's a toaster. Oh, Walter, let's buy a toaster, Walter. Let's make breakfast like they do in France, Walter. 25 bucks. And what for? Where are my goddamn breakfasts? 25 bucks for a toaster? Like, how much is that in 1947 money? 25 bucks. That's like a... Jeez. That's crazy. You fat son of a... I told you not to call here, you Oh, honey. Sorry, I thought it was someone else. Yeah, everything's fine. I got home just fine. Are you okay? Can't sleep? Oh yeah, I miss you too, baby doll. What? She's not sleeping. She's not asleep. No, I haven't told her. I don't know. When the time is right. When the time is right, okay? Go to bed, baby. Good night. Love you too. Bye. Where am I going? Loretta, are you out of your mind? Laura, you fall asleep there? Open the door. Do you hear me? $344 for a toaster? Jeez. Open the door right now. Loretta. What have you done? Do be careful with the china. You're sick, Loretta. Maybe so, but I'll be sick and 30 grand richer. And then I'll be long gone. Oh, you hear that? That'll be an important call. From the publishing house, most likely. I'll be back in a moment. Should I kill the ginger bitch now? Or maybe I should let her go. What can she really do? Run crying to Bill? She's probably rolling around with him too. Who'd believe her? I won't be much more than a memory by the time anyone figures it out. Cuba, Tahiti, Hawaii. The world's gonna open up for you like you won't believe, Loretta. All you gotta do is make a choice. Aloha, I mean, hello. We're already thinking about Hawaii. Mrs. Harris? We accept the offer. One of our guys is already on his way to you. Mr. Fitzgerald, he'll be in touch when he's in town. Marvelous. Oh, and Mrs. Harris, please accept our deepest condolences on behalf of the Atlantic Press team. We are extremely concerned and hope Mr. Harris will return soon. When I finally hung up, Margaret was nowhere to be found. Must have gotten scared. Wish I hadn't wasted my chicory root entertaining her. Either way, I had the manuscript. All I had to do was wait for Fitzgerald. But of course, something just had to go wrong. Something I never would have expected. Walter shows up.